That's why.
Fourth quarter.
May mga ano na tayo eh. May mga sightings na tayo from other teams eh. Like, I think confirmed na, no? Si Marian Magat is gonna play for Mindoro.
Oh, okay.
And then, for Abra, I saw Simon Camacho.
Yeah, he was in an Abra shirt behind the Abra bench.
Yeah. Quarter scoring natin, pretty much dominant ang Caloocan, especially in the first and third quarters.
With that third quarter in particular, holding down Marikina to just 6 points.
Joggy Laude at the line. Yung mga kabiruan niya dyan, si Kudal ba?
Hindi, yung mga boss ng Caloocan.
Ay, mga boss! Oo! LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL.
The professor knocking down 2 out of 2 shots from the charity stripe.
Ito eh. Subic legend to si Joggy Laude. Si Jome Landayan laban kay Jeff Banday. Binigay kay Rafgo. Di Mayuga has yet to buy himself some field goals here. Kudal. Bubuhol. Shot clock winding down again on Marikina. One and done by the Shoemasters.
We've seen a lot of late shot clock situations for Marikina in this game, which has led them to a lot of misses. And there once again, line big action, backdoor play. This time it's Jeff Banday, the beneficiary of that nice bounce pass.
Jeff Banday pouring up the points here for Caloocan. Up to 10. Matching his average. Rafgo, tough shot, short. Matias the rebound. And Caloocan, usually during this part of the season, Javi, sila yung na-overlook eh. Kasi lagi sila nandyan sa gitna ng top 8 teams. Siyempre ngayon nag-iinit yung mga nasa taas. Nueva Ecija, Abra, San Juan, Pampanga. But this Caloocan squad is right in there with a 10-5 record.
Yeah, I think many teams just tend to overlook this Batang Kangkalu team, which is actually very unbelievable considering the noise that they're making right now, especially with Jeff Banday providing that scoring punch para sa kanila. Pero sa tingin ko, it's because of the veterans in their team na siguro expected na ng lahat ng tao na ganito yung dapat nagiging performance nila.
5 straight points by Jeff Banday, that layup, and then the 3-point shot from the left corner pocket, increasing their lead to its biggest right now at 44 points, 78-34. LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL. This is the fan outfit of the game. Nandito pa rin po tayo sa Pasay Astrodome. Coach Angelo Nebres searching for answers. Lumobo na ng tuluyan itong kalamangan ng Caloocan with 8 minutes and 11 seconds left. Great way to bounce back against that tough road loss against Quezon. If you're Caloocan, Escoto has been silenced here by that stingy defense of the Batang Kangkalu. Peñano at the post. Oh, able to elude Ronnie Matias, but everything but the shot right there.
Now, Carpel Peñano has had some good moves in the post in this game. He has shown us excellent footwork, but hasn't been able to finish a lot of his baskets.
Kickball violation. Shot clock will reset to 14. Coach Angelo Nebres. Sa kabilang panig, may timeout na hiniling si Coach Mike Sagigit. At ganun pa rin ang lamang nila, 44 points. 7 minutes and 35 seconds left. We'll be back after the short break. Special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. Second game of our Monday triple header. And later on, the Pasay Voyagers will take on the Davao Occidental Tigers. Some familiar faces in the building. And good time to watch dito on a Monday night. Lipong Ken Panglinan with Javi Palanya at courtside. Kasama namin si Miss Lyra Punsalan. Caloocan, just from the get-go, had their way, clamping down on defense, forcing turnovers, getting into transition. Escoto experiencing a lot of discomfort dito sa depensa pinapakita ng Caloocan. Sabale goes to Pasajeros off the bounce, got clipped as he threw out that pass. DJ Manlangit called for that foul. Silang dalawa ni Jeff Manday, each with 13 points. Teammates recently. And they had a stint for the Gilas 3x3 squad. With Joseph Sedorifa in there. Casajeros connects on that three-pointer.
I think one of the missing links in this game is to see our Casajeros. That's his first field goal and only his second attempt from the field in this game, while Caloocan continues to remain fluid offensively here.
Exquisite shot making there by Jerome Cabanag, up to 8 points of shot makers para dito sa Caloocan.
And the beauty of it is they don't even need to do it individually. They're doing it well within the flow of the offense. You're not seeing guys having multiple dribbles, at most siguro mga 1 or 2, but just short movements needed here in the half court for the Batang Kangkalu. That's why it's very pleasing to the eyes to watch them play.
Cabanag. Escoto got a piece of that one, finally completing it. Gets the steal. 80-39. Jetro Escoto has mostly handled the rock for Marikina. Sabale inside. Peñano with the basket. Up to 9 points. Carl Peñano. Cabanag got bumped. Thought he got fouled, but nonetheless though, ball will stay with Caloocan. Lot of contact on that drive. Zuber returns for Caloocan as well as Brian Enriquez. Lobs it up to Manlangit. Jeff Manday, left corner pocket. Subre with a rebound, foul call on Caloocan. Armeniano called for his second foul. And should Caloocan win this one, they will move up. Well, they will win this one. They will move up to 11-5. Still behind Pampanga, but yung logjam dyan, Javi, no? Involving Pampanga, Pangasinan. Especially with Pangasinan losing against Abra, there's a window of opportunity for Caloocan to move up here.
Yeah, and important that they try to zero in on that position that Pampanga currently holds right now, because alam naman natin that going into the playoffs, the top 4 teams will be getting home court advantage. But still a long way to go. This is far from over. The team positionings in our 2 divisions are definitely not yet final. Still a long way to go. Marami pang games na lalaruin, and by the way this season has turned out, I expect more surprises to happen moving on.
Yeah, especially with yung window natin ngayon for trades and free agent acquisitions.
Yeah, some teams at the bottom might just suddenly turn the Jets up and might give us a good run for the positions of the other teams at top.
This free throw brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kumpletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. There's a couple of changes might swing things in your favor. And let's not forget, there are certain people who signed up the beginning of the season, have yet to play. Those are mostly big, di naman big names, but notable names that could really help some teams down the road. Mga iba dyan, mga ano yan eh, mga galing PBA yan eh.
Yeah, and I think very notably on top of my head, San Juan and Pangasinan will be bringing in some heavy acquisitions.
Kausap ko si Coach Gerson, excited na siya doon sa isa. Dati niyang player. Naglaro na rin sa MPBL. Abangan nyo, sino yan? If you've been watching since the first season, you'd know who that guy is.
Clue na lang, kaliwete siya.
Oo. Was part of that team that made it all the way to the division finals. And just fell one game short of reaching the finals that season. At meron din naman sa Gensan. Napaka-colorful ng player na yun, Javi.
Sa Gensan, meron din?
Meron!
I forget. Nawawala sa isip ko bigla.
Ito, bigyan kitang clue. Basta makulay yun. Palagay ko, siya yung player na iba't iba yung kulay ng buhok kada laro. And, you know, he had an inspiring story kasi mga galing lang siya sa mga recreational leagues, move his way up, eventually found himself in the PBA, had a good stint with 2 teams. Pero, yun eh, nasa ano nila yan eh, their back pocket. Siyempre sa Batangas, meron big isa dyan. Abangan nyo rin yun.
And I believe Zamboanga is also bringing in 1 to 2 players.
Okay. How about Zamboanga though, Javi? They showed
Oh yeah, statement game despite
that
the
was a
loss.
statement game, yeah. Because kahit na sila yung number 1 for quite some time, and there were still questions on whether they were a legitimate contender in the South. But boy, those answers, those questions answered emphatically despite that defeat in Palayan City.
Yeah, and I think had it not been for Roy Sumang getting injured towards the latter part of that game, they could have had a good chance to close it out with a victory.
They were probably just 1 free throw away from sealing that win. But, you know, you gotta give credit to the championship battle of Nueva Ecija.
Oh yeah, I mean, the fact that Reg Gabat missed some free throws in the end was really big para sa kanila. That might have cost them the game.
Chetro Escoto to Rafco inside. Peñano napayungan at nakabingwit ng foul laban kay June Bonsubre. 2:32 left in the fourth. Balik sa free throw line si Carl Peñano.
I really like how this guy moves. Ito si Carl Peñano. Ganda ng footwork. I think he just really needs to work on his finishes, but he does possess some good moves in his bag.
Pwede niya i-model yung laro niya kay Christian Manaytay.
Actually,
Di ba?
or maybe even Nart de la Cruz.
Pwede din. Those guys have exquisite footwork for a big. Ryan Enriquez with the layup. 86-47. Final score na lang iniintay natin dito. Then De La Cruz. Was silence here for Marikina.
Yeah, only 7 points on 3 out of 4 shooting actually. Efficient showing, but the attempts not really the type that we would see Nem de la Cruz taking in the game.
Brian Enriquez with a gorgeous feed to JJ Manlangit. Fell down on the floor. Looks like he's okay though. Oh, but
I think he has a bloody nose.
let's see here.
Sa ilong ba o sa bibig? Sa pool no?
Oo, sa pool siya ni RR. He's not happy with that hit. Oh man.
That's definitely gonna be an unspoil. I highly doubt that they would not call it. They should call it.
Alright, we'll pause for a break. Lamang pa rin ang Caloocan by 41. Brian Enriquez certainly not happy after he got clipped there by R. Casajeros. Actually, R is being treated at the sideline. So meron din siyang tama dun sa kanyang kanang kamay.
Oh, but Enriquez looks to be fine, and they did not call anything.
Yeah. 1:40 left. Don't want anything untoward to happen here, especially with the game secured para dito sa Caloocan. De La Cruz goes right at Enriquez. Lantayan had time to set his feet. Forward pass, Bonsubre gets it to Enriquez, takes that free and makes it.
Playing his best game of the season thus far. Ito si Brian Enriquez, and he really feels good about that shot, especially after being hit a while ago.
He is fired up, Brian Enriquez.
13 points in the game para kay Brian Enriquez.
1-on-1 against Nem de la Cruz. De La Cruz missing on that outside shot.
17.5 points per game this season, but only 7 points.
Yeah.
Definitely unforgivable if you are the best player of your team to only attempt that much and shoot that kind of total.
Enriquez missing that long free. Olsanga pupukol ng long two-pointer just inside the arc.
Rarely do you see Paul Sang trying to put the ball on the floor and shooting it off the bounce.
Having a showdown between De La Cruz and Brian Enriquez. They're talking to each other, but I think Nem De La Cruz will not get off a shot. And that is the final buzzer. Some extracurricular activities to end the game, but nonetheless, Caloocan getting the win. Gixer, great move of the game, born for greatness. Alvin Baitiong getting past Carl Peñano for that left-handed layup. That was back in the third quarter. And a lot of contributors in this impressive win ng Caloocan kontra dito sa Marikina.
Enriquez had a good game. 15 points para sa kanya. Kalahat had 12. Manday had 13. But I had to give it to Manlangit, who had a good all-around performance in this one. 15 points, 6 out of 8 shooting, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists plus a steal.
Best player of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. And JJ Manlangit, very versatile forward para sa Caloocan, and getting it done on both sides of the floor. And JJ Manlangit helping Caloocan secure their 11th victory of the season. Our final score, 47 for the Marikina Shoemasters, 93 para dito sa Caloocan Batang Kangkalu. Punta na natin si Miss Lyra Punsalan.
Joseph, congratulations on your first ever Best Player Award para sa Caloocan Batang Kangkalo. Sinabi mo kanina, it's never really about the stats for you. Talagang tinatrabaho mo lang kung paano ka mas makakapag-contribute para mas maging makilala kayo as a defensive team. Ano sa tingin mo yung area na nag-step up ka pa para mas maging posible ito ngayong gabi?
Ganun pa rin, yung role ko, ginawa ko lang. Tapos, yung sinunod lang namin yung system nila coach. Tapos, yun. Okay naman, nag-click naman.
And kinocultivate nyo talaga yung collective effort sa inyong team. Ano pa sa tingin mo yung vision nyo on your next games?
Siyempre, kailangan pa rin namin na mag-hard work kasi hindi naman biro yung mga susunod na mga kalaban namin sa katapusan, kalaban namin against Abra. Pero bago yun, may Manila pa kami. Kailangan makuha rin namin yung panalo doon.